Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me today. My name's Fiona, also known as Miss Paint-A-Lot or Miss P. And yesterday, during the live, we started a new series, I guess it is. I'm going to take an entire Edith Holden Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady, and I'm going to turn it into ephemera, every last bit. That's the plan anyway. So yesterday I took out the first signature from here, which was January and part of February, and I made some ephemera up on the live. It wasn't exactly going my way, but I've carried on this morning. This is what I've got so far. I've got this little pocket. This pocket, isn't that gorgeous? That's absolutely lovely. I love it. And another pocket, another pocket, another pocket, and another pocket. And then we move on to these. I thought that made sort of a nice bookmark, really. I thought it would go into a kind of long, tall pocket in my imagination. And, you know, something nice on the top. I'm not decorating these at all. I'm leaving them really blank. You know, there's plenty of room on all of them to put stamps, stencils, die cuts, fussy cuts, whatever. I'm just making them. I'm inking them and I'm stitching them. And beyond that, it's up to you what you put on them. Here we've got a little belly band, and then a tag, a journal card, a little double pocket, a tag, a tag, a tag. Isn't it amazing what you can get out of one signature? A journal card. I love this one. I love the text. Then here we've got a little envelope pocket. Everything goes in there, and you can just stick around three sides if you want, and you've got a pocket behind as well. So there's two of those. This one's absolutely gorgeous. I love this one. And then the two things, I made that one yesterday morning as a practice to see if I could do it, which didn't help much because when it came to the live, apparently I forgot everything I ever knew. But what happens is you just turn that round, you flip that up, and I've left journaling space here. You've got a big pocket in the back with a journaling card in, a little smaller pocket in the front, a little tag there, and a larger one that goes in there with the keep on it. So that just goes into there. So that's quite a nice piece of ephemera, I think. And it will easily fit into a journal. Like that. So that's the ephemera we got from one signature. But also I've got all this left. And these are bits and pieces that are just, you know, they're too small to make tags or anything out of. You know, some of them look pretty useless, but I'm hoping we can put them to use and make a collage page, which we can then use to make more tags and stuff. I could leave all my scrappy pieces till the end, but I think I'd be overwhelmed. I think I'd have so much of this I wouldn't even know where to begin. So I have I was looking for my heirloom 12 by 12 pack pad. I can't find it. I can just find these two sheets, which I've obviously cut into, but that's the only ones I can find. And I wanted to use that particularly because it's thin. So as when you've got your bits stuck on it, you haven't got something that's really unwieldy. So I'm going to put my pieces down onto the patterned side. So as on the back, it's going to be white and easy to cover if we need to cover it. I'm going to use my white EVA glue. I'm not going to ink around each piece individually because that would just be boring, quite frankly. But I have sort of sorted them out. These are the pieces that have got picture on. These have got text on. These are plain. And then I've got these two pieces, one with their address and one with their name, that I don't want to bury. You know, I want them to be kind of on the top. So let's start with the pictures and pick out three largish pieces and put them on, see where we go. Well, that's a largish piece. see what else we've got. That's a largish piece. And that's a largish piece. Well, that's 3. We'll make a start with those. And I don't necessarily even want them all going the same direction. Some can go sideways, some can go upside down. Doesn't matter, because I don't know where I'm going to cut them at this stage, exactly what I'm going to make. I'd quite like to make some side pockets, because I haven't made any of those yet. I don't know what else, you know, the usual tags and stuff, because you can never have too many tags. So let's put that right in that corner. It doesn't matter if subsequently we hang off the page, we can just tidy it up when we're finished. And I'm not afraid to use plain bits either, because they can look really, really nice if you stamp on them. So I'm feeling all right about putting plain bits in it. There we go. So it's just going to take a while. We just have to, you can put me on double speed if you want. That would be a good idea. Because all I'm going to do is make a collage. And I'm sure you've seen 100 people make 10,000 collages. So you know what to do. But this is an Edith Holden one. So it's superior. It's your superior collage. And this piece, you can, if you want to, if you're doing this and you feel so inclined, you can of course ink around each piece. I think I might run the risk of it looking a little bit dirty if I did that. I'll ink around the pieces once I've cut them out and once I know what they are. But I'm not inking around each of these individual pieces. So I'll put that there. There's no reason to why I've put that there. I just have. Oh, the good thing about this paper is it's got, you know, it's square up and down. So I can get my pieces the right direction. Right, let's move on to text then, see what we've got in the world of text. That piece, that piece, that piece is quite nice. I'm looking for sort of 6 really. Yeah, that piece. How many have got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's do them. And if you kind of do it this way, you do get it mixed up. You know, they just automatically mix themselves up. So I'm just going to put that up against there. I did go through them and cut them all square, or what I think is square. You know, we might have bits that aren't square, that's all right, it doesn't matter. Because we've got strips, we can go over the tops of bits that aren't quite square. I'm going to put that on that way, because otherwise we're going to end up with everything one way. Don't think that's... There we go. This piece, nice big piece. There's actually the remnants of 2 bits of books here, because when I started yesterday morning, I didn't start on the book, just the book that I was going to use. So I've got some bits that are a lighter colour, because you know Edith comes in all sorts of, from quite browny to quite white. So I've got 2 different ones here, but that's all right. It's a collage. I wouldn't like to say anything goes with a collage, but, you know, pretty much. Which side do I like best? That side. That's the thing, you have to turn it over, because sometimes you think it's a blank page and there can be a really pretty picture on the other side. So always make sure you turn over, give yourself all the choice you can have. Let's put this piece down here. On the corner. if I can get it. Oh, I think my glue might have stuck. There we go, that's fine. So you see I've got a thin little strip down there, but I've got loads of thin little strips that I can cover that with, so I'm not worried about that. And you can, afterwards you can go over this with matte medium if you want to, just to seal it all in. Let's come up to the top. Put that there. I think whatever I cut out of here, I didn't cut it very square. But that doesn't matter. How about that bit there? How about that bit there? Yeah. I just fancy that bit there, so let's do that. Of course, another thing you could do is tear all your edges. And then you get a very different looking collage, very attractive. But I didn't do that either. Pop that along there. Then I've got one more piece of text to find a home for. Maybe up there. That's got slightly more text on the other side, so. So let's just put that up there next to the June. Like so, there we go. Okay, so we're filling quite a lot of it in already. It's going really quickly. So I'm going to go to my blank pieces now and see what I've got and where I can put them. So let's have 3 entirely blank pieces. So there you go, 3 there. And as I say, these are really good for once the pieces have been made, for stamping on, particularly. I would say they're good for that. Or you can leave them, you know, just a rest for the eye. Let's put that there. I am going to have some gaps here, but that's fine. I've got paper enough to fill them. This one we'll put here. Mr. F made his video this morning for Kyung's Christmas party. So if you're not in the know, let me tell you that on the 22nd, Kyung, YouTube channel's Kyung Shotwell, is having a Christmas party. And it's a watch party, and it will be going on a good deal of the day. So great excitement about that. And as I say, Mr. F made his contribution this morning. And what he made, I'm not telling you what it was, but it was absolutely beautiful. He made a beautiful job of it, and I'm really proud of him. So how about we put that bit there? Yeah, let's do that. So I think, I'm not sure of the times exactly with Kyung's, but if you go over, if you find her YouTube channel, Kyung, Kyung Shotwell, as it says, and it's up there already, so you can subscribe to her page, or just, you know, ask to be notified when that event goes live. And I'm absolutely certain it's going to be great fun. She's already filmed loads of stuff for it, and it just sounds like such fun. It's a lovely idea. Right, so we're back to the pictures again now. So maybe another 3 pictures. How about that one? Is very nice. I'm really cherry picking here, but why not? That one, and that one with the red berries on. Let's go for those. This one is lovely. It's quite large though, isn't it? It is quite large. I could put it there. I don't know where to put it. It's so large, I don't know where to put it. I'm going to leave that out because I'm in a turmoil about where to put it, and bring in this one instead. You shouldn't really have to dither that much with a collage, really. I don't know why I'm dithering. Oops, oopsie. Right, so where are we going to put this then? Yeah, up there. That's a good place for it. Well, over to that side. I haven't actually trimmed the fluffy bit off the end of that, so I'm just going to leave it hanging over the end a bit so I can trim that off. And this one, that goes quite nicely there. Let's do that. It's quite satisfying, actually. It's a nice, almost mindful thing to do. I wouldn't recommend that you video yourself doing it. That ceases to be mindful then. Let's just pop that there, like that. And I'm overlapping bits, that's fine. It's just adds strength to it. So we're really coming on here, actually, aren't we? I don't want to hide those berries. I'll put that there, I think. It's kind of sideways on because the number 2 there, but that's all right. So we've already had our lunch. In fact, it's 4:15 in the afternoon here. The curtains are closed because it really horrible day out there, to be honest. It's rainy. I think other parts of the country might have snow, but we've escaped that. I've got everything stuck down. Yes, okay. So now a bit more text, perhaps. I'm just gonna delve in and get what I want. That's a bit too narrow for there. It would go there and leave me a little bit. Let's put, how about that bit there? Yeah, let's do that. You'll be amazed when you cut it out how different this looks. You know, you spend all this time agonising over what should go where, and it really doesn't matter when you cut it. Got so much ink on my fingers, it's not helping. And some sort of square piece. Well, how about we put that there? Right there. But I need something for down here, and I don't want to cover this up, so let's have a look and see what I've got. Oh, I've got a nice one there that says November, look. So that could go there and that could go there. Yeah, okay, let's do that. So I only want to glue it from about, oh, that might be better. Yeah, let's cut the November out on the other side. I think that'll be all right. Let's just check. Let's just check. So I want it to about there. They're tiny little pieces. I'll keep them in case we need to fill in somewhere teeny tiny, but yeah, so that, yeah, perfect, perfect, perfect. You can use glue stick if you want. I think Edith is just on that cusp of being too thick to trust glue stick, which is why I'm using my white glue. Glue stick is great if you're using thin paper, photocopy paper, anything like that. It's perfect for. But Edith is just a little bit thicker. So that's going to go there. And hopefully when we cut our things out, we can get it all in one go. But, you know, it doesn't matter if we don't. It's the way of the world. In the next lot of, in the next signature, I won't have these Edith and stuff, because this was just because it was the cover piece, like the first page. So let's pop that there. Lovely. We're almost there, really. I want a thin piece for a long... Oh, I haven't trimmed the end of that either. Oh, there's a nice bit there with writing on. Yeah. That's probably the bit for there. Perfect. Yeah, Mr. F just came in with this book from the charity shop. I think it was Friday. And it was an Edith. And I mean, we've got quite a few Ediths, to be honest. But I'm always pleased to see another one. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to use that in its entirety to make stuff. Just general stuff. I'm just looking for a piece to go in there. This was the piece I made the pocket yesterday that was the wrong size. I've just cut it down and saved it, and it's perfect for there now. So well worth saving. There we go. Lovely. So that's all of this bottom piece done. There's just bits to do up here. So I need a longish strip for in there. That'll go there nicely. I'll stick it in there like that. Actually, I've got a thinner piece because I'm covering up my pictures. Will that go in there? Yeah, that'll go in there. Just like it was made for the job, actually. So yeah, it seems only fair that if you're doing it signature by signature, that you use the pieces from one signature to make your collage with. That's great. That looks nice up there now. So I want a piece for in here. Don't know what I've got. That's, no, it's altogether too much. What about that piece? Maybe. What about that piece? It's like doing a jigsaw. Bernice will like this. Bernice is a real jigsaw maker, I suppose. I think I might have too much going on up here. I need to come back to the text. I haven't got any biggish pieces. That'll fit in there. Let's cut that about there. Perfect. Oh, that's a better side. Yeah, like I say, always check the other side. Particularly with Edith, because pictures pop up all over the place. There we go. Lovely. And there's just this section to go, which is nothing. We made short work of that. Could put that there, but I've got this big plain piece here, so maybe not. I could put that there. Yeah, I just need a sort of squarish piece of plain or something. Is that big enough? It jolly well is. So let's trim that down. I hope I've got the measurements right in my head. Yeah, that's fine. And then that piece is going there. Perfect. Perfectly perfect. Lovely. Oh, it looks nice, doesn't it? There we go. So that's one page done, which will give us lots of pieces of ephemera. Nice. Nice, nice. So I'll lay that to the side and I'll bring my other sheet on. Still got loads of pieces. I'm just going to start off the same way with 3 largish pictures. That one, and we'll go from there. This page is more intact. It's just got a little one number I've cut out the top. I obviously needed the number 7 for something. I'm going to put that on that way. No idea why, I just am. There we go. Let's move round. Put this gorgeous tit. I think it's a coal tit, this one. As the picture was great tits, blue tits and coal tits. And I know what blue tits and great tits look like. And this was the other one. So I'm guessing this is the coal tit. There we go, lovely. And this piece, which I shall put there. Not for any valid reason. Just there, just like that, because that's where I want it to go. Lovely. So that's a start. We've made a start. Now 3 pieces. Oh, all my text and my planes. Let's put planes on then. I've got 3 nice big pieces of plain. And I'm just going to continue doing this. I'll put you on pause because you know what I'm doing. So I'm just going to carry on doing as I did for this one till I've got this one all covered, and then hopefully they'll be dry and I can show you how I chop them up. So I'll see you in a little while. Great, so I've got the 2 sheets collaged. Don't they look pretty? They look so nice. And I still have some pieces left. In fact, there's, quite a few pieces left, but not really enough. They're mostly plain and text, so not enough to do another sheet. So I'll leave them and add them into the next signature, the sort of offcuts from there. So what I'm going to do now is just go over this with some matte medium. I'm just going to put some on my page. I'm going to use one of these foam didgeridoo things and just put that, because the ends, the corners, are devils to stick up. You think you've stuck it all down and then you realise you haven't, especially when you come to cut them out. This is Liquitex. It's my matte medium of choice, but really anything will do. Mod Podge, PVA glue, if you water it down, will do a perfectly good job. You don't need a really thick layer, you just need to get it glued, all the pieces glued down. And I bet you 10 to 1 on when we come to cut this. There's still some corners that haven't been stuck down, but that's that all over there. A thin coat of that. I'll do the other one, and then we'll just leave them to dry, and then when we come back we can cut them up, which is the exciting bit. This one feels a bit bumpier than the other one. I think it's because I've missed a piece out here, look. I'll come back to that in a second. I didn't see that until just now. Just run out of it a little bit down here. I'll just add a little bit more. You can just feel it on the paper that it's dry. I think that's probably that. I just need to stick something down here. I don't know how that escaped me, but it did. What have I got? I've got that. That would be fine there, and just a little bit for down there. That bit will do nicely. I use the text side. I'm just going to use my matte medium. Here's after all the glue. It'll be fine. Pop that bit there. Lovely. And just a piece of matte medium on the top. You can see I've been a bit scant with my application. There we go. So that just needs to sit and dry. Both of them need to sit and dry, and I need to wash my sponge out straight away, because matte medium dries quickly, and if it dries on your applicator it'll be hard forever and a day. So that's my 2 pages. I'll see you in a little while when they're dry. Bye for now. Well, I think they're dry, feel pretty dry. They've flattened themselves out, which is usually a good signal that they've dried up. So now it's time to cut them up, and I actually haven't got any sort of preconceived ideas about what I'm going to do here. I am going to cut some at 3 1/4, because I think that's, get it the right way around would be a help. It's quite a nice size for a tag, I think. So 3 1/4. So let's cut that. And then I'm going to cut it in half. So I've got 2 6 by 3 1/4, which I think is pretty nice. There we go. So they just need the pointy tops put on them. I want some side pockets. Now they need to be, in the US your paper is 8 1/2, So they need to be about 9.5, so as we can tuck them in. So what have I got here? Just short of 9. That'll do me, I think. So let's cut that at 4. Yeah, okay. So that's going to be a side pocket. What have I got left? This isn't square. Let's work it out. Let's not get our tinsel in a tangle. That's 4. Well, it makes a nice journaling card, 4. Yeah, okay. Let's cut that off there. And just see on the back. Yeah, we've got the back all covered. So it's going to be a bit too tall, that, actually. I'd as soon leave the June and cut a bit off there. This measures, yeah, a touch over 8. That's just too big. So I'm just going to cut a little bit off, 3/4 of an inch to 1 inch. Oh, I've sliced through Edith Holden. I've got her down here, and I must have some other part of her somewhere else. Oh dear. And the scrap can go out. So what am I left with here? Let's straighten that up and we'll see what I've got. There we go. So this measures 4 3/4 by 6 1/4. So I could make 2 skinny tags, or I could make 2 tags that way. I think I'll do it that way. What did I say that was? 6 1/4. So 3 1/8 ish. Yeah, that's a much better size, I think. So now this one, I do want side pockets with it. So let me cut it off at 9.5, and then we'll deal with whatever else we've got. 9.5. I'm going to do it that way because it's sort of going more that way, I think. 9.5, which means then when I fold my inch, half an inch each way, I'm left with an 8.5. Might be a bit much, actually. 9 1/4. Let's go for 9 1/4. Cut that off. And then this should be 12. So I'm going to cut it into 3 lots of 4, and that'll be my side pockets. Amazing what you can get out of one piece. Side pocket. And side pocket. And then this is 12, I think. Yeah, so I'll just cut that at 6, and we'll have 2 nice little thin tags. So let's see what we've got, what we need to shape, cut. Let's get this out. So very little wastage there, very little. Now that's going to be lovely with a stamp. I'm not going to put the stamp on. I'll leave that to you. You know what you want more than I do. We've got the little birdie down the bottom. Oh, that's cute. So I'm just going to make these into tags and stuff as I go, so I know what I had in mind, if I can remember. So these obviously all need inked around and they need stitched, and when I've done that I'll show you, which will probably be the next video. So that's potentially a very nice tag. That's a shame we're cutting the berries off, but that's the way it goes. There we go. These ones are the pockets, the side pockets. So what's going to happen with them is, actually need my big scoreboard for that. Oh, wrong way around, sideways on. I need to, it's quite rigid this, so I don't need to fold anything in to support the leading edge. I'm going to score at 1/2 inch. Woo. And then 1/2 inch on each of the shorter sides. Hopefully that's all right. It looks pretty big to me, but we'll see. So that's going to be from there to there. What does that measure? Yeah, 8.5. That's all right. So I'm just going to get my scissors, cut out my little notches that I always do, like that, like that. Just take a miter off the top, fold those in, perfect. So that's going to be our side pocket. That's really nice. I like that so much. It'll be lovely when it's inked. So that's that one. So that's obviously this side. So 1-to-1, that's the other side. It's just easier for me if I do it this way, but it will be the other side up. It's just because I'm left-handed. If you're right-handed, you probably find it easier the other way. Just doing my normal thing with a 1/2 inch score line around it. Of course, as I say, these will absolutely come into their own when they're inked and sewn around. Really does alter them. Just the little miters off the top. Fold these in. You will find, I'm sure you'll find, I always find when you do this, that there are pieces that need sticking down. You know, you haven't coated all. So far everything's looking okay, but there will be things. So that's a side pocket for the other side. Looking nice. I think we've got at least one more side pocket. Yeah, this one. Hard to know which way is up, really. I'll do it this way. And then people can decide, can't they, which way they want it to be up. So it's plain straightforward. And between now and the next time we meet, I'll ink them, I'll stitch them, then you can see what you think of them. There we are, just fold those over. I'll give them a good burnish when I come to stitch them. There we go. Very nice. This one, well, these are just journaling cards, I think. Do I need that anymore? I need it for this one. Now then, this one only measures just short of 9. But I think that's okay. I'm gonna do it at 3/8 instead of the 1/2 inch I normally do it at. And this one as well at 3/8. It'll be fine. You'll still get plenty of things in there, I'm sure. So we've made up for the fact that we hadn't, yeah, there's a bit there that needs gluing. Just, it's right on where I've decided to mark it. But it'll be fine once it's glued and stitched. I would expect to find some bits that need a bit extra glue. That bit's right on where I've bent it there. So that's another one of those. I think I've finished with my scoreboard now, so let's pop that away. And these are going to be just journaling cards, so I'm going to use my 1/4 inch side, just go around there. Yeah, I've chopped dear Edith's name in two. I've got the Edith there, but that's all right. I'm just feeling these and wondering actually if they need backing. I think they're all right. Here's a nice big journaling card. What does it measure? It doesn't measure too much, does it? It measures just under 7.5, which is perfect. And you know, once you get these, you can add lace to them, you can add buttons to them, you can add stamps to them. You can just have a whale of a time decorating these, because all the boring bits, the collage and chopping stuff up, it's all been done. You just get them out of the box and go for it. Fabulous. Make sure you've got plenty lace, because I imagine these would look fabulous with a bit of lace on. There we go. So that's what we got out of our scraps, ostensibly. I'm loath to call anything a scrap because honestly you can turn most things into something else. But let's have a look what we got out of them. These are our side pockets. So we've got 4 of those. We've got 2 nice tags. And then these are our journaling cards. Can't go wrong with journaling cards, just can't. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. That one. This one needs finishing off. I've missed out. Can you see? I missed the number 8 out, so I need to stick some more on there. And then that gigantic journaling card. So we got all that, all of these extras, if you like, just from what I choose to call remnants, but you might choose to call scraps. But that bit there, it just needs something stuck on it to hide that number 8, something like that maybe. That might be a bit big for it, actually a bit overwhelming for it. That's not big enough, but I'll find something and stick that on there. And as they say, Bob's your uncle. I'll see you again really soon when we will go into, and look at all these goodies. This is one signature. I don't know how much I'm going to have when I've finished. Well, 12 times that, I guess, something like that. So I've gone through this and I've found the centre. Where the threads are, which was this page here. The beautiful March spread. I actually found my quick unpick in my sewing drawer. The last place I choose to look for it. Exactly where it should be. And I've already snipped those, and let's see how many pages we've got here. Got that one, 2, 3, 4, and this one's stuck in, see, so I have to tear that one. So 5. We've got 5 double pages of this next signature, and that's all of them out of there. So we can have some fun with these. They're lovely, aren't they? Some lovely pictures. And good text. I like a bit of text. That's just so pretty, that April one. I love it. And the birds in the nest. And that's very pretty. That just says, make me a pocket. Lovely. So yeah, Oh, and that just, how lovely is that? That's just a lovely series of tags. And the bird's eggs and everything. So yeah, we're going to have some fun with that. But before I let myself loose with that, I need to finish these up and get the package together. There's going to be a lot. Alright guys, thanks for joining me. It hasn't been the most earth-shatteringly exciting video ever, but it's a great way of using up those little odds and ends that you've got, excuse me, that otherwise would have found their way into the bin. Wouldn't that have been a shame? See you soon. Bye.